action.
Today I'm going to tell you about my first Blink182 concert. I went with two of my friends from high school and we got lawn seats. We got there pretty early, so we managed to get right up against the fence that separated the lawn from the regular seats. So now we just had to wait while people piled in and the bands got ready and everything. So we're hanging out, we're talking, everything's great. The first opening band comes out and they start to play. We're having a great time, everything's good, and then they leave the stage. I turn to my two friends and I'm like, we should really get something to drink. I'm really thirsty. Like, we should go over there, we should get some water and everything. Like, but look at all these people behind us. We're gonna have to make our way through all of them. We're never gonna get back up here. The water's all the way over there. Like, no, Megan, just deal with it. So I'm like, fine, okay, I'll wait. So the second band comes on, we're listening to them. Again, we're hanging out, everything's fine, and then they leave. Again, I turn to my friends, I'm like, no, I'm really thirsty, we should really go and get something. My mouth is just super dry. Again, the same thing, but look at all the people behind us and how far away the water is. No, Megan, we really don't want to do this. So I conceded. I was like, fine, we can stay here and listen. So another band comes up and they're playing, and again, we're listening, but I'm really thirsty. And so by the time they leave, right before the real band that we went to go and see, Blink182, comes out, I turn to my friends, I'm like, no, we need to get water. I want to tell them, I'm super thirsty, I need water. And I turn to them, and I'm going to say this, and my vision goes black, and I feel myself sliding down someone. Then, the next thing I remember, there's a whole bunch of people around me, none of which I know, all screaming things at me. One girl saying, oh my god, that's gonna be a $1,000 fine, look how drunk she is. I wasn't drinking. I keep trying to say that, but my body won't say it, but I'm like, I wasn't drinking. One girl's shoving a cup at me, so I take it and I take a sip, and it was vodka. I'm 99% sure it was just straight up vodka, so I'm spitting that out. Another person's handing me a cup of ice. Don't really know who it was or where this ice came from, but I started eating that ice. And then I hear one of my friends panicking in the background, she's screaming, oh my god, someone needs to help, my friend, what's going on? The other one's behind me, he's got her arms under my armpits, trying to pick me up off the ground. All the while, I'm just what's going on? Finally, some dad takes pity on us and helps my friend lift me up off the ground and drag me through this gigantic crowd. The same one that they didn't want to make our way through to go and get water. Now I'm over them and I'm just dead. And this guy is dragging me up. Finally, we make it to the medical area tent thing and they put me in there. Again, I'm still a little loopy. People are putting water in my hand. They're positioning a fan in my face. There's an ice pack in my neck. I hear in the background one of my friends on the phone with my mom oh my god, she passed out, Mrs. DeVries, what do I do? I hear my mom panicking on the other line, oh my god, should I be getting in the car? Is everything okay? I'm trying to assure them, no, we're good. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I just need to, sit down. In the way background from the side, I hear that Blink182 has taken the stage and they're singing and I'm missing it. So I tell my friends, you go up there, you listen, I'll just wait here. So they left, I sat some more, I waited some more, and then finally the stage went silent, and 5 minutes later my friends were there to get me, and we went to the car. I was pretty much great. An $80 ticket for just sitting in a medical tent. Super happy about that. But whatever, it was over, we were gonna go home. So we get to the car, and we get in, and my friend goes to start the car, and it won't start. Tries it again, won't start. I'm oh no, the battery must be dead. Because, I'm not a mechanic, but when the car doesn't start, the battery being dead seems like the only thing that could be wrong. So sure, it's the battery. So now we're oh no, we can't leave right now. So we call the highway car people that the stadium has around helping people, and we tell them about our situation. And they're okay, hang on a second, we'll come to you. So now we're waiting again. Cars are one by one leaving the lot. We're still waiting, until there's only us and one other car there. Finally, we see the mechanics. They drive right past us to the car in the back of the lot. They do something with that car, we hear that car start, and it drives away. We're okay, cool, now they're gonna help us. No, they drove away. We were just what? But they drove away. So now again, we're sitting there. One of my friends is on the phone with the mechanic people well, what happened? We were here, and so were you. And a state trooper drives into the lot, like, you guys okay? Like, why are you the only people here? What's going on? So we tell him, the car broke down. We're trying to leave, but we can't. And he gets on his radio, says some stuff. He's like, okay, someone's coming. So now I'm thinking he's gonna wait with us. You know, we're 3 teenage girls just sitting in an empty lot. No, he drives away. Okay, fine. So we're waiting again. By this time, like, it's close to 2:30 in the morning. We have been waiting for over an hour, and then finally a mechanic pulls in, gets out. I'm thinking he's just gonna put the clips on the car, turn on the battery. We're good. Nah, it wasn't the battery. Apparently there was a dead spot in my starter. I have no idea what that means either, but he told us it meant we weren't getting that car running that night. So now I've got my dad on the phone, because it's his car. So I'm like, oh my god, I can't make these decisions. So he's talking to me, he's talking to the mechanic, he's talking to me, it's back to the mechanic. Finally we decide my car is gonna get towed to South Amboy, and it's gonna stay there so they can do the repairs, and then we'll get it back eventually. And as for us, we're gonna go with the tow truck driver, and he's gonna drop us off at a stop at Cheesequick, where my dad will then pick us up. So all 3 of us pile into the cab of this tow truck, along with this tow truck driver, and we go to the Cheesequick rest stop. So we're driving, we've got people on like laps because there isn't enough room, and we finally get there. And this guy turns to me, and he's like, that'll be $80. And I'm like, I don't have that. And so he's like, I guess you can pay when you pick up the car. And I'm like, thanks. Like, unless you're planning on kidnapping us, I don't see any other option, but thanks. So he lets us go, and we go into the Cheesequick rest stop, which is completely empty. Like, literally, the only thing open is Burger King. There's 1 employee there, and 1 custodian cleaning up, and then us. That's it. So we sit there, we get some fries from Burger King, because what else are you gonna do? We get some milkshakes, because you know, milkshakes, and we sit and we wait. Finally, around like 3:30 in the morning, my dad pulls up, and we all go out there. And I remember, I looked at my dad, and he looked at me, and between that gaze, I could see, he was just like, I was in bed, I was warm, I was sleeping, and then I was like, I passed out, our car didn't start, it's 3 a.m. and we're in Cheesequick. And we kind of just agreed on that between our gazes. Then we all got into the car and drove home. And that's how my first Blink182 concert went.